you want to serve Kelly Osbourne fuck ass purple bob. I'm lying, my hair looks really bad today, so I'm just wearing a wig like the old times, everybody. When I got to high school, I thought making friends with other alternative people would be much easier. A lot of them are juniors or seniors, and a lot of them are theater kids, band kids, computer science nerds. Another thing is that a lot of people in my area mostly are dudes, right? And this may be like a super blue-haired feminist thing to say, but it's hard for me to get along with people who aren't at least a woman, okay? I feel like I get along with people who have the same experiences as me, the same background as me, and there's not a lot of what I'm trying to say is a lot of the alternative people are white guys, okay? And to add on that, older white guys, and I just don't have anything in common with those people. God forbid anyone from my school watches this. Please, please. I will actually have to change my full name. There was one guy who found an account I have and reposted and liked all of my videos, and I found out through somebody, so I blocked him. Ever since then, I feel really awkward whenever I see him, even though he sounds like a really good guy, like in the sense that we would probably have a lot in common since we both like the same bands, right? But since I blocked him and stated that I was really creeped out by that, it's probably over. And I do that a lot, to be honest, mostly because just anyone perceiving me online is so awkward, especially because people IRL have found my accounts. We already know that I don't like theater kids. I have never fit in with the community. But who knows, maybe band or orchestra, maybe that could have been my thing. As for like computer stuff, and the reason why I say computer nerds is because a lot of times people who are really into like the tech stuff and engineering have really good music taste, right? So that's why I'm just like categorizing them. And I'm none of those four things at all, because I'm the most like boring, chronically online person. I don't go outside, I do not touch grass to ever walk this earth. I'm not in any clique. If I was in some sort of clique with other weird people, I would probably be friends with more weird people. I don't even know how to describe this feeling. The only place where I have found people who are like me is online, okay? And I don't want to sound like a chud. I really don't want to sound like a chud. But yes, I have online friends. Yes, okay. There's a club in my school where it's like the rock club or something, and they do this performance in, I think, spring. The first meeting I went, by the way, I was late. I interrupted their presentation. I had a fat ass bowl of of fried chicken. I brought my friend with me, and we were dressed as the gay cowboys from Brokeback Mountain. I felt like so embarrassed and truly just like so much guilt and awkwardness. So anyway, I went to this meeting with my friend, the same friend. It wasn't a necessary meeting that all of us had to go to, but it was like, hey, we're moving into a new room. If you want to come help. So I was like, okay, cool. This is where I can, be social and make friends with these people, because I hadn't spoken to like any of these people at all. I walk in there and it's the guy that reposted all my videos. The club leader and other guys, their girlfriends, and me and my homegirl. And we were in a pretty small room. Awkward as fuck. It was just, and me and my friend were just standing there for a good 30 minutes. Like we tried to ask like, hey, can we help with something? And they were all like, next time just tell me to myself, and like I gladly. It was really embarrassing, and we ended up leaving early. We should have just left right away, but I was really determined to try and be social. I kind of get it, because it's like, if I was 17 or 16, would I really want to be friends with a 14-year-old? No. They basically told me to call my Uber, and I was still there. I ended up leaving, and then I stopped going to the meetings, even though there was like barely any meetings either way. And I was maybe close to having one. This girl that went to my school, right? I thought she was super cool, and she was also Latina, just like me. So I was like, okay, great. Like, I feel like I could probably have a lot more things in common with this girl than, an 18-year-old white guy, let's say. And then Charlie Kirk died. You know how everybody like switched up that day because of God or something, and she posts this like thing about Charlie Kirk, and I'm just like completely weirded the fuck out. Seeing other alternative people who go to my school post all of these things about Charlie Kirk, I post to my story like it's really weird how you guys go from kill all white supremacists and kill all racists and eat the rich, and now you guys are like this. It's just my opinion, and I'm not gonna get too much into how I feel about that. Then she posts something, and then I replied to her story, and I'm like, why do you feel this way? Genuine question. I'm not trying to argue with you. Dead ass. I think it lasted like 2 days, one day, back and forth about Charlie Kirk. And her whole idea was that everybody deserves human life, and she has like hippie ideals, which is like good for you if you have that. I don't really like hippies. I don't think anybody does. My thing is, I don't think anybody on this earth has at least one specific type of person that you don't want to die. And don't I'm not trying to sound like an edgelord. For me personally, I do not think any races should be allowed now. I do not think race should be allowed now. This is what I mean. There's no way that you value every single human life. There has to be at least one type of person that you want dead. And that to me is like the most insane, crappy human people. That was my point. I didn't agree with her idea that everybody deserves human life and everybody deserves to live. I don't put me on a list. I don't think that's true. We got over it, and she even invited me to go to a local show. Not with her, just telling me about it. The thing is, though, I'm 14, and I've only been to one local show, and it was with my friends, and my mom was there, so, like, yeah. Also, my pants fell down, so yeah, that's like a whole other story, though. Not only did I ruin my one shot of having, like, an alternative friend because I don't agree with her beliefs, and I still don't agree with her beliefs. Another thing is I don't like to be friends with people who smoke or do drugs. It's just like something I've always kept away from. And I'm sorry. Like, we could have 1,000 things in common. I just don't want to hang out with somebody who's hitting their vape every 10 minutes. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I guess my question is like, how do I have to just wait till I'm a junior and try to befriend other people, or do I give this club, because by the way, every person I mentioned in this video so far is in that rock club, but I stopped going to the meetings because no one fucks with me there. Should I try again and try to help out with their spring concert thing they do, or just mind my business? I don't know. Help me, please.